All right, everybody. Happy afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. Thank you for attending our Spring 2021 Transfer Fair. During the hour from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we are now hosting North Carolina A&T University. So just a couple reminders throughout this session, if you do have questions as the Assistant Director of Admissions is speaking and presenting, please feel free to type in the question and answer box. She will not be answering until the end of the event. And I will let her take it away in just a second. So I am introducing Essence Largent. She is the Assistant Director of Admissions. She will not be on camera today. There are some technical difficulties, but she will be speaking and going through the PowerPoint. So go ahead and take it away, Essence.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. As Blair said, I'm Essence Largent, the Assistant Director of both Freshman and Transfer Admissions. However, I do specialize in transfer students, but I'm well versed in both. We'll go ahead and dive right into the presentation. Again, any questions, as she said, feel free to ask and I'll answer them to the best of my ability at the end. Joining the Aggie family. A few of our Aggie highlights here at North Carolina A&T State University. We were founded in 1891 as a land-grant university. We are a STEM-focused institution, meaning we specialize in science, technology, engineering, and math. However, those are not the only things we specialize in. Those are just some of our main focuses. We are a doctoral research institution. We were given over $64 million in research funding in the year of 2019. We are the largest HBCU in the United States with nearly 13,000 students. We were deemed the most affordable campus by Money Magazine, and we are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is just an hour shy of Raleigh, 45 minutes to an hour. All right, a few of our academic areas here. The university is made up of 7 academic colleges. The newly named Willie A. Deese College of Business and Economics, the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, the College of Education, the College of Engineering, the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, the College of Health and Human Sciences, and the College of Science and Technology. With these 7 colleges, it makes up for 54 majors. Combined with concentration, we have over 90 majors. Our average class size at the university is 28. Student to faculty ratio is 19:1. Female to male ratio is 1:1. So although we are the largest HBCU in the United States, we do have a more intimate classroom setting to where you can get to know your professors and they're able to help you and aid you and know you by name. Academic support and resources. We have CAE, better known as the Center for Academic Excellence. It's a student support hub, which offers tutoring and advising on every major and every subject area. And if you are undecided, this is where you will be at. Our undecided majors as transfer students have to have below 45 credit hours in order to declare undecided as a major. We have study abroad opportunities to over 200 plus countries. Then we have career services, which can be utilized as a student and when you become an alum, as I am an alum of North Carolina A&T State University as well. And I still utilize both Handshake and our preparation services, which include trainings. They help you write resumes, help you prepare for interviews. They also give you access to career fairs as well that you can sign up for, both again as students and as alum. They have internship opportunities, co-op opportunities if you are an engineering major, as well as job opportunities upon leaving the university. Our student life, we are Division I, currently in the MEAC. We have 17 athletic teams. We have over 140 student organizations made up of anywhere to area code organizations, to major organizations, as well as housing organizations. There's so many organizations that you can be involved in. If you happen to come to North Carolina A&T, we would love to have you. And the way we have over 140 plus organizations is students make up those organizations. So the university develops organizations, but they allow students the access to give ideas for organizations. If there are any organizations you see that we don't have, you can always develop a plan for it. The university will help you do that and then present it to our student life. All right, campus traditions. One of the biggest traditions that we have is homecoming. Everyone loves homecoming, and not only is homecoming a big celebration for both students and alum, it also provides many, many networking opportunities. So all of the fabulous alum that have left North Carolina A&T, they return, and we have like socials in each department. In my department particularly, I graduated from the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. We have a social that Thursday where we're able to meet prominent alum and exchange business cards. So that's one of the traditions that I like to speak to at the university. With housing, we have over 16 residence halls. So we have traditional dorms, we have suite style, and we also have apartment style dorms. And if you want to look at those further, there's a virtual visual of that located on our website to give you an idea of what housing is like at A&T. If you choose to not stay on campus, Greensboro is what we call a college city. It's made up of a lot of universities and colleges. So there are student apartments all around Greensboro, and even some in walking distance from A&T as well. And the university also owns its own apartment complexes as well. Right. Now we'll dive into transfer admissions, what it takes to become a transfer student at North Carolina A&T. My applicants who are under the age of 21 at the time of enrollment, you must submit your official final high school transcripts or your GED. You must submit official college transcripts for every single school you've attended, no matter if you just attempted coursework there or if you withdrew. They should be able to give you what we call a letter of non-enrollment or some form of transcript from that college's registrar office. All documents are required. And you must submit official SAT or ACT scores as well. Right now for the fall of 2021, however, those things have been waived due to COVID-19. But if you are under the age of 21 and you have taken the SAT or ACT, you can submit them, but it is not required this year. You must have a 2.0 college GPA from your last school attended in order to gain admission into the university. However, majors are allowed to set their GPA requirement higher than the state mandated 2.0 college GPA. Applicants who are 21 years of age or older at the time of enrollment, meaning you can turn 21 before the first day of class, and these qualifications apply to you. You must submit your official final high school transcript, your high school diploma, or your GED. So if you are over the age of 21, you don't have to submit the high school transcript, but if that's the only documentation you have to show high school completion, then you can submit that, but you can send your high school diploma in PDF form if you are above the age of 21. You must submit, again, all official college transcripts from every school attended and have that 2.0 to be admissible to the university. If you have received the Associates of Arts or Associates of Science, the high school transcript requirement or GED requirement is waived at that time. All right, if you're under the age of 21 and you have less than the 24 transferable credit hours, you must have completed high school with a 2.5 GPA, and that is weighted, and have successfully completed MCR requirements, the minimum course requirements mandated by the state of North Carolina, which includes 4 units of English, 4 units of math consisting of Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and an advanced math. And an advanced math means that Algebra 2 had to have been taken and passed in order for you to be able to be in that math. Some examples are pre-calculus, discrete math, advanced functions. Along those lines, I know North Carolina has Math 4, and then 3 units of social science, a biological science, a physical science, and a science with a lab. Typically, we see biology, physical science, chemistry. and 2 units of social studies. One of those units must include U.S. history, and 2 units of the same foreign language. So Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Chinese 1, Chinese 2, and sign language is also considered a foreign language. And if you have not met any of these requirements, you must have 24 transferable credit hours from a regionally accredited institution, earning a grade of C or higher in each course in order to be admissible to North Carolina A&T. Here's a few majors that have special departmental requirements. For my engineering majors, you must have a college GPA of a 2.5 or higher in order to be admissible in the College of Engineering, along with taking and passing Calculus 1 with a C or higher. If you do not have those requirements, you are not admissible to the College of Engineering at that time. It is best to have these requirements as a transfer student before trying to enter the College of Engineering. The College of Business and Economics now requires a college GPA of a 2.5 in order to be admissible. And for my nursing majors, you must have a cumulative GPA of a 3.0 or higher. And cumulative means if you have attended multiple schools, we take every GPA and credit hours attempted from those schools and calculate them, and combined, they must make up for a 3.0. If you've only attended one school, then you just need a 3.0 or higher. And if you have attempted biology, chemistry, or anatomy and physiology at any point, you must have earned a grade of C or higher on the first attempt. That also means on the first attempt, you cannot withdraw from the course, or you will not be admissible to the College of Nursing at North Carolina A&T. There are also other majors that have GPA requirements, just to name a few. Biology, you must have a college GPA of a 2.8 or higher. Psychology, you must also have a college GPA of a 2.8 or higher. Political science requires a college GPA of a 2.6 or higher. Criminal justice requires a college GPA of a 2.5 or higher. Chemistry requires a college GPA of a 2.5 or higher, just to name a few. And if you have questions about any other major, I can answer whether or not they have stipulations on their departments as well. All right. Transfer credits. We do have comprehensive articulation agreements with every community college in the state of North Carolina, meaning that if you earned your Associates of Arts or Associates of Science or the Associates of Engineering, you are guaranteed the transfer of up to 64 credit hours from that institution. It automatically covers your general education requirement, shifting you directly into your major. We also do accept AP and IB scores. If you have any AP courses that you took in high school or IB and you have taken the exams and have the score report for that, you can have that electronically sent to the institution, and we'll take that into consideration to be articulated for college credit. And we will only award credit from a regionally accredited institution where you've earned a C or higher, and it has to be comparable with the course offered at North Carolina A&T. The maximum number of hours we accept from a 2-year institution is 64, from a 4-year is 90, and from a 2- and 4-year combined, it's also 90 credit hours. Cost, financial aid, and scholarships. In-state tuition and fees is about $9,274. Out of state tuition and fees is $22,784. And an in-state student is a North Carolina resident, of course, or if you've established residency in the state of North Carolina, all of that is determined by residency determination services. And room and board, if you choose to stay on campus, is roughly $9,366. There will be personal expenses factored in of $1,500, transportation costs of $800, books and supplies at $1,600. So there's also technology fees that will go into that as well. All right. So scholarships that are offered as well, I'll speak on that at North Carolina A&T when it comes to transfer students. You must have a minimum GPA of a 3.0 or higher and be at a North Carolina community college or North Carolina resident in order to receive the scholarship, PTK scholarship from them as well. North Carolina A&T Honors Program. The benefits of being in the Honors Program are lecture series and workshops that craft you while you're at the university. in order to send you into the workforce or to professional or graduate school. The study abroad opportunities that happen within the honors program, leadership development, and honors housing. So our honor students are housed differently. They're housed specifically in certain buildings at North Carolina A&T, and if you choose to be in the honors program, you can either choose to be housed with honor students where they have their own study groups and things like that, or you can choose to live wherever you would like. The transfer requirements for the honors program is a weighted GPA of a 3.5 or higher. You must have 15 hours earned from your prior institution and must show exceptional characteristics of leadership and service. The application process. How do I apply? The application options we do have now are the Common App and via our website through the Aggie Admissions Portal. If I were to give you a preference, either is fine, but sometimes it's just easier to go directly through our website. But Common App is also perfectly fine as well. We're no longer on CFNC. Also, it's a $60 application fee via credit card, check, or money order. We do accept fee waivers from NCA&T or via postal mail with transfer students. The fee waiver does come from NCA&T, and you just have to fill out the proper documentation and send it into the university in order for it to be considered and your fee to be waived. Our early action deadline for transfer students is May the 15th, and that is for the scholarship consideration for the scholarship that I spoke of. And the regular deadline is July 15th, so you do have until July 15th to apply. If you're an international student, you have until June the 1st to apply. Okay, and lastly, we are here for you for anything that you need. I am your direct point of contact at Wake Tech for transfer. You can send all documentations to the address listed here. Be certain whenever you do that it's listed correctly as North Carolina A&T State University, Office of Undergraduate Admissions, Webb Hall, lower level, 1601 East Market Street, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27411. And I will provide my email information as well, but all documentation as well can be electronically sent via the schools you attend to youadmit@ncat.edu.
All right, thank you, Essence. So we are going to open up the question and answer. Bear with me for just a second here. The question and answer box, and Essence, what we will do is just read through for you, and I will go ahead and ask on behalf of the student, and we'll just let you answer.
Okay.
All right, so the first question that we have today says, is North Carolina A&T autism friendly?
Yes, we are. We do have a student services center that caters strictly to students that have disabilities of any sort.
Okay, great. Let me see here what the next question is. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to put this up for us.
Okay, yeah, we do, but we do have, if you want to look on our website, I can actually provide that information after the fact or whatever. We do have an office specifically designed just for that.
All right, awesome. Okay, so let's see here. Next question. Are there any new degree programs being developed at North Carolina A&T?
They are constantly in the works of establishing new programs. They haven't rolled them out at this time, but I do know we just added more on the doctoral level as well. And they're constantly, I know the newest thing that we do have as far as on the undergraduate level is the hemp area.
Okay.
Showing students how to develop, you know, and have their own hemp farms and things like that.
Very interesting.
That's the newest program that has been established. And each program at North Carolina A&T is constantly growing. We actually, another program, I would say last year, we used to have what's called sports science and fitness management. It has now turned into, kinesiology.
Oh, okay.
With different areas. So there's sports science, sports medicine, things like that.
All right, awesome. Okay, we have another question. I'm not sure if you can answer this, but a student is wondering if political science majors have a lot of papers to write, and also, are there any internships available for political science? Which I'm going to let you also maybe answer just about internships in general.
Okay, so I can actually attest to that because I have my bachelor's in political science. So from North Carolina A&T, I'm actually,
Perfect.
so there are papers to write, but it's not hard. It's all doable. I tell you, even if it is hard, it's all doable as long as you apply yourself. The help is there. It will be provided to you, particularly in political science and the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. It's like a family. The entire A&T is like a family, but there specifically, so your professors, I always like to say, are like your parents, your home away from home parents. So they do stay on you, but they also allow you to have free reign to be a scholar. So they do stay on you. It's just because they want what's best for you. There are internship opportunities. That's what those career fairs are for. We have one of the largest career fairs on the East Coast, and there will also be internship opportunities provided to you within the department that they have partnerships with, like people in government and things like that, in order for you to have access to those things.
Awesome.
And then,
Yeah, we encourage students to do internships whenever
yeah,
you can.
yeah, I would strongly encourage it, depending on what you wanted to do with your political science degree. I went to graduate school, which I'm still in right now. So, but as far as internships overall, there are limitless opportunities. I tell everyone, I stress those career fairs because that's where a lot of those are provided. That handshake recruitment that I spoke of, a lot of internship opportunities will be on there, and every single department has their own way of how they present their students to different companies and corporations. So my favorite thing to tell students is, once you become a student at A&T, when you're inside of your buildings, your specific departmental buildings, pay attention to bulletin boards. That is where a lot of opportunities will be at, and a lot of opportunities that are overlooked because a lot of people overlook those bulletin boards, but a lot of internship opportunities will be posted there. We also do have university communications that presents those things as well. So there's a lot. There's limitless. It's just all dependent on how many you want to see and how much you would like to do.
Awesome. Let's see. Next question I'm reading says, does North Carolina A&T have an early childhood education program?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We
All
do.
right.
It's actually in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, which I know is kind of, people are like, hey, why is it there? But that's where it's housed at, and it is a very, very good program. As A&T, that's the first founding college of A&T. So they
Oh, wow.
really take pride in every program within there.
Okay. Well, since it just so happens that you are a political science major, we have another question related to that. If you could just give a little bit of insight as to what kinds of classes political science majors take.
Okay, so a lot of your classes will be surrounded by politics, of course, but it's unique ways of politics. It's not, of course, you'll touch on your modern day politics, but you'll also touch on politics of the world, how you analyze politics, how things are viewed. It really shapes your thinking differently. It allows you to really be a critical and analytical thinker. You will also take justice courses to show you how the court system works, how the criminal justice system works as well. Global politics, every area of politics you can think of, those are the classes that you'll be in.
All right. Okay, can you speak a little bit about the ratio? I have a student asking the ratio of females to males at A&T.
It's 1-to-1. So for every female, there's a male.
Oh, all right. Awesome. Okay, what about what are the different engineering courses or programs or classes?
Okay, so I'll speak to the actual, as each engineering degree curriculum is different. I will say that engineering at A&T is calculus rigorous, it's math rigorous. Nearly every single one is, but we have mechanical, electrical, civil, computer. Computer science is also in the College of Engineering at A&T. That's just to speak to a few. We have architectural engineering. Let's see, another one. Along with I say computer engineering. I'm trying to make sure I touched every single one.
Yeah, you're fine.
Because it's like, but there are so many concentrations too that go with it. Biological engineering, bioengineering, and those are two different types of programs. So biological engineering will also, it's with the College of Engineering, and it's also with the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, as it kind of hones in on like genetics and things like that. Bioengineering is kind of what we drive students toward whenever they want to kind of focus on like biomedical engineering. I know some people are interested in that as well. We have cybersecurity programs that rest in the the actual computer science program as well. And then we have engineering, doctorate and master degrees as well. I think that's all of them now.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a science, technology, engineering, math school,
Yeah.
so I can only imagine.
And we also have, I'll say, industrial and systems and chemical. I knew I was missing at least two.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I have a student here asking, how can I make my application stand out if NCA&T doesn't review recommendation letters or personal essays?
Okay. The best way to stand out is your academics. We are a public institution, of course, so we abide by whatever the state of North Carolina gives in regards to admissions. So just take, if you're a transfer student, just take the coursework serious and stand out and meet the requirements. Transfer is really unique to every student. That's what I tell all of my transfer students. It's unique to every student. So it depends on what you want to major in and what you're trying to do in regards to before you leave that school. So just make sure you meet the requirements would be my best advice.
Okay, great. I have a student asking, is it possible to apply to the school if you have not finished your prerequisite courses? Are you able to then continue them at A&T? So basically, can they transfer before getting everything for a specific major?
Yeah, you can transfer anytime. The only major that I will tell you that prerequisite wise, if you don't have, you won't be able to major in is engineering. So you have to have Calculus 1. You have to have it. They have to know that you're able to come directly into calculus coursework.
All right. And I have somebody asking if you could speak a little bit about the nursing program, what that's like, what the requirements are.
Okay, so again, the requirements for nursing as far as transfer student goes is that cumulative GPA of a 3.0. So if Wake Tech is the only school you have gone to, then the 3.0 is all you would need. But if you've gone to multiple schools, then you would need, your GPA would need to amount for a 3.0 from all of those schools. And if you have attempted at any point or taken it, biology, chemistry, or anatomy and physiology, you have to have passed it with a C or higher on the first attempt. No C minuses, C, C plus, and above on those. You have to do that. You cannot withdraw from the course either initially. If that withdrawal shows up on your transcript, they will deny you for the nursing program. They're very strict about it. We are a top 3 HBCU nursing program as well. So the nursing program at A&T is very hands-on, and I personally know nurses that graduated from A&T. So it's a very, very great program. You get everything you need in order to be able to go out into the workforce upon graduating.
Awesome. All right, and just one more question about the nursing in this moment. Can nursing majors have a minor?
It would all depend on whether or not you could carry the load of the minor at that time. I will say that nursing is very, very intense, and your advisor would have to approve the minor at that time.
Okay. Let's see here. Does North Carolina A&T ever offer a master's in library science?
As of right now, I'm pretty sure we don't have it, but you never know. They may add it. So
Okay.
they're constantly adding to our graduate and doctor programs. Let me make sure, though.
Okay.
I can get you grad school's information as well. But as far as library sciences go, not right now they don't, but I won't say that they never will, because they're constantly adding to
Right.
our graduate and doctoral programs.
Okay, great. Let's see. Can transfer students study abroad?
Yeah, there's always the opportunity to study abroad.
Okay, awesome. And we do encourage to study abroad because that global studies does look good on resumes later on. All right, so can the school help a student financially? So maybe just touch a little bit about scholarships or financial aid again.
Okay, so with transfer students, I will be completely honest with you. It is totally different, as a lot of like full ride scholarships are geared toward freshmen, but we do have that PTK scholarship that's distributed among students with that 3.0 or higher, and it's specifically for students that are in North Carolina. So we do have that for them if you have the 3.0 or higher, but there will be scholarship opportunities. I tell all students, even my freshmen, once you come to the university, you'll be able to kind of dive more into scholarship opportunities where like within your department and things like that. But for transfer students, it's totally different. You can always we do have work study and things like that in order to avoid obtaining loans.
Okay, great. So work study is an option.
Yes.
All right. How does the housing process work?
Okay, so what happens is you'll fill out your housing application, and then once you go through orientation, you'll be given your allotment. You'll have a choice of, like, you can choose your roommate if you have one in mind, or you'll have your choice of where you would like to live. It's not a guarantee that you'll live there, but they give you the option to choose. So my advice with classes, with housing, the earlier you do orientation, the better, if you want to live on campus. So the earlier you do it, the better, but you will be able to choose your option. And then once you go through orientation, you'll be given your housing allotment at that time.
Okay, great. I encourage students to try to live on campus, even as transfer students in like the first year, so that you feel a little bit more welcomed and part of that community.
I would say if you can do at least, like she said, a semester or a year, because a lot of times you'll find, I know in my personal experience, when you move off campus, you become kind of disconnected because you start kind of having your own life and things like that. So you want to be as connected as you can to the university. As I tell all my students, if you do what you're supposed to at A&T will do what it's supposed to for you. So as involved as you want to be will be vital to your experience at A&T.
Exactly. All right. What are the requirements for the early childhood education program for transfer students?
Okay, it really just requires, I would say, to have at least a college GPA of a 2.5 or higher.
All right.
That's really
And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's really it for that program. It doesn't have any specific coursework that you have to have prior.
Okay. Yeah, and if you work with Wake Tech advisors, we'll just help you just kind of look through the Associate in Art General Education, which would then fall into that early childhood program.
That's correct.
All right, so I have somebody asking, it looks like you personally, what is your favorite thing about this university? What is unique about it?
My favorite thing as to why I chose to attend North Carolina A&T, why I have what we hope every student has when they leave is Aggie Pride, because it is not just nationwide, it is worldwide. I really, really take pride in the family that it provides. So, like if I was anywhere to step off a flight and had on an A&T shirt, which most of the time I do when I travel, you will meet you'll meet somebody that went here, and they'll take you like out to eat or things like that. Like it's such a huge family. The family doesn't just rest on campus. The family is everywhere solely because you went here. I've never had an experience to where I didn't feel connected when I was out and about. I've never felt as if I couldn't get the help that I needed as far as trying to further my education. When it came down to my options after graduation, they were there. It was up to me to choose what I really wanted to do, but the options were there. Even when it came to internship opportunities or having like that guidance there from people who were already doing and accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish, the things were there. So the family aspect of A&T is truly what makes it unique, but what also made me choose there. That is my most favorite thing about A&T. And you can step on the campus and feel how heavy the family aspect is, because I visited a lot of campuses, but it's why I chose here.
That sounds awesome. I love that answer. The family feel. I can totally relate with my school. So choose, choose what feels right. We encourage you guys, and I don't think anyone has asked this yet, but we do encourage you students to go physically visit the campuses to really see if it's a good fit. So with that being said, Essence, are you guys having any face-to-face or physical tours or things like that?
We will begin, we'll still stay virtual, but we will begin having in-person tours in March on Saturdays.
Awesome. Definitely take advantage of that.
Yes, I would recommend that as well, to take advantage of it, because that's how you know whether or not you need to be somewhere or not, truly.
Exactly. I have someone who's wondering, what SAT or ACT score are you guys looking for?
So if they're applying for fall of 2021, like I said, they're waived. I wouldn't even worry about it. But if you are below the age of 21 and you're interested in engineering or nursing, you must have at least a 21 on the ACT with the 21 in the math portion, and that's for engineering, or a 1080 on the SAT and a 520 in the math portion. And then for nursing, you must have a 20 on the ACT or a 1010 on the SAT in order to be looked at for nursing. But other than that, it's not required for fall of 2021. But I'll just give you our average SAT for beyond 2021. If you're not interested for fall of 2021, our average is a 1,050 and average ACT is a 20.
All right, sounds good. I have someone asking about how many graduates you had last year. So if you just want to kind of touch on what the graduation rate looks like.
Okay, so as far as graduation rate goes, I don't have the exact numbers, but we always look for that as an area of opportunity. So the rate that people graduate is truly up to them. So if you come and you want to graduate, if you transfer with the Associates of Arts and you want to graduate in those 2 years, you will. Some students choose to stay longer as they begin to shift into co-ops and things like that. But the stuff hasn't came in yet because, of course, we didn't graduate. We graduated virtually. So
right.
All that stuff hasn't came. The census hasn't came in yet.
Okay. And the last question I'm seeing right here says, what is the most popular non-STEM program at A&T?
We have a few. I would say business is very, very popular at A&T. Else? I'm gonna pick one out of every college. So business is very, very popular. Every area, entrepreneurship, management. Our business program is top 15. And In the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, political science and criminal justice, along with history, are very popular. Along with journalism and mass communications is very, very popular as well. And those would all fall under STEM. That's all I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Of other ones that are now, kinesiology is very popular too. A lot of students want to do that. Our accounting program is also very popular, as we are the #1 producer of African American accountants in the United States.
Awesome.
And along with the #1 producer of African American engineers.
Yes, A&T is a great engineering school.
Yeah, those are the ones that I can really think of off the top that fall outside of STEM that are very popular.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I have a couple more just coming in here. Someone is wondering, do the SAT or ACT scores apply to students under the age of 21 who have actually earned the associate in science?
No, no, it doesn't.
Okay. Right. So once you've earned the degree, those SAT, ACT scores do not matter.
That's correct.
All right. Is foreign language required for all majors?
No, not for all. For some it will be, but not for every single one.
Okay. And another one, to transfer from Wake Tech to A&T, would I need to transfer with Math 143 and English 112? I'm assuming it depends on the major.
Yeah, it does. You don't have to, but it really does depend on the major when it comes to transfer. So you don't have to. You can transfer at any point. You can transfer with 4 credits or you can transfer with 60 credits. So you can transfer at any point. It really does at that point depend on what you want to major in.
Right. Like she said before, definitely engineering, anything in that. If you don't have that calculus, that's probably going to be more difficult.
Yeah,
but for
that's
other
where
things,
it's most vital at is the engineering, to be honest.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give, so we've got a couple minutes remaining. We do have her until 4. If everyone could go ahead and get some questions in. Let's see, another question. Do you have childcare on campus?
Yes, we do. Okay. Yes, we do. The university does have its own child care center. I believe the starting age is 1.5 to 2 years old.
Okay, great. All right, we'll let a few more come in. At this time, we really do want to thank Essence for giving us her time here today and answering all the questions. We have left your contact information up for the students to see. If there's anything else you'd like to share, Essence, or give a different email address or anything like that, feel free to do so at this time. And then if there are no more questions, we will let you go.
Okay. Yep, so the email address provided is the best way to contact me. I will get back with you within the standard 24 to 48. Right now, because email is the heaviest form of communication, it might take me 72, but I will get back to you, I promise.
Yes, we can all relate. All right, let's see. We've got a couple more coming in. Okay. Is African American history a requirement for nursing? Is it possible to transfer to the nursing program without all I think the prerequisites being fulfilled?
You would have to fulfill them first. Because when you transfer to nursing, you're transferring into pre-nursing. So you have to meet the nursing requirements before you're able to actually go into full-blown nursing school.
Okay, great. Makes sense. And they were asking about, is African American history a requirement?
Yeah, it's required for all students.
All right. Perfect. And then, okay, go ahead, everyone, and just try to get your last questions in if there are any. We did just post to the Q&A box a survey link. That is for us here at Wake Tech to review to see if we need to do anything different for our next events. We do love to get your feedback, how helpful this was, and any comments or concerns that you have, please feel free to put in that survey. And at this time, we'll just wait just another minute and see if there's any last questions. We really do want to thank all the students who have attended, and of course, Essence for your time today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Essence, are you from Greensboro?
No, I am originally from Lenoir, North Carolina, which is close to Boone.
Oh, so that's where I went to school, up at App State. So
Did you? Yeah.
yeah, I know exactly where Lenoir is.
Yeah, I live 20 minutes from App, to be honest with you. It don't take 20 minutes.
Well, I loved it. I'm a cold weather person, so I loved it.
It's definitely cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely cold.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
many people here are like, "Oh, you're not cold." Like when I don't have a coat on, I'm like, I'm used to it.
Yeah,
They're where I'm from, so if I don't have a coat on here, it means it's not as cold as it needs to be.
that's I'm the same way. I do have another question. To transfer from Wake Tech to A&T. Okay, so back to that question before about the math 143 in English. Do they need that in order to transfer for early childhood, or is it the same answer?
No, the same answer. The same answer. You don't have to have it before you come. Any
Okay.
requirement that you don't have, that pertains to your curriculum, you would take it at A&T.
All right, awesome.
And all of our curriculum guides are out there on our transfer page to let you know how credits will transfer from a North Carolina community college into North Carolina A&T. And we also do have a transfer tool. I don't know if you all knew that. That tells you which courses will and won't transfer, but majority of North Carolina community college credits transfer, unless it gets into like the Associates of Applied Science, the technical courses.
Right, exactly. All right, well, it looks like we do not have any more questions. I will go ahead and end the event. We want to thank everyone again. Essence, my sister lives in Greensboro, so you never know, I might see you sometime. But it was great to work with you today, and I hope everyone has a good day.
No, you too. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you're welcome.